come up with this ridiculous excuse that we're going to get to in a second as to why they haven't pursued or made any of this information public. And we're also learning that supposedly the Biden crime family has an insider at the FBI who has been leaking information from the Bureau to the Biden family throughout the course of all of these FBI dealings and investigations related to the Bidens. Only one word: corruption. Let's add another one: criminal. Let me update you guys on what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, easily becoming one of my favorite U.S. congresspersons, Anna Paulina Luna, is going hard on this topic. Take a look here. She writes on Twitter, "In shock after leaving GOP oversight meeting today. The FBI has an informant who brought forward info that Biden received $5 million from a foreign national while vice president. They stated that they were afraid that the informant would be killed if unmasked. On Thursday, there will be a hearing to hold FBI director in contempt of Congress. No more corruption shall be tolerated." She goes into further detail during an appearance on the Bannon War Room. Take a look at this.
They also said that if the informant, who has been with the FBI for over 10 years, very credible sourcing, has been paid over six figures, this is not just some random schmuck.
Paid over six figures for other things.
For information.
Of other things he's worked on. So obviously
Correct.
Has a level of credibility.
100%. The FBI was basically stating that this is one of their most trusted informants dating back to the Obama era, but ultimately that they were in fear that this individual would be killed if they were unmasked.
Hang on a second. Slow down. Because this is like now in a mob movie.
Yes, and
Right.
Between that and to the other point of the FBI is infiltrated, you have a spy by the name of One Eye. I mean, I say it and I feel like I'm in a James Bond movie, but unfortunately it's true, who has been leaking information to their knowledge to Hunter Biden in regards to the ongoing investigation into him. So we can't even trust the FBI.
Let's connect all this. By the way, yesterday, I think, until Sequoia came along, the biggest spy in American history, Hansen, died, and we still, I think, totally know the reason, out in Supermax prison out in Florence, Colorado, FBI agent. And this was the guy that Angleton at the CIA went after. Angleton knew, and this drove Angleton mad, and quite frankly destroyed the careers of probably 200 CIA and FBI officers. Hunting for the greatest mole we ever had was an FBI agent, Hansen. You're saying now, so it's connect the dots here. They got an informant, but they also have a mole in the FBI. And this is FBI testifying to Comer or talking to Comer on the ring?
Comer.
Okay.
So we have, in regards to the specifically Biden information, there's a whistleblower and there's a human source, an informant, okay? So that's separate. Aside from that, there is a mole within the FBI who is leaking information to Hunter Biden, and his code name is One Eye. So we have the ongoing investigation into Hunter Biden via the FBI. They have information that they are refusing to give to Congress. They are telling Congress that they have a genuine fear that this individual will be killed if they are unmasked. This is one of their most trusted sources. And while this is all happening, we are finding out that not only is the president, this is not a conspiracy theory, we have evidence, okay? So now we're also finding out that the man sitting in the White House is basically
absolutely stunning information. I know the video cut off a little bit prematurely, and I'm not trying to put words into Anna Paulina's mouth, but I want to continue the sentence that was cut off with my own little spin. The man sitting in the White House is basically accepting $5 million bribes from foreign nationals. He's involved with oligarchs and mobsters across the globe, and supposedly whistleblowers and people who come forward pointing the finger at Joe Biden and his going to the authorities with accusations of corruption are in such grave danger that they need to remain masked, and the FBI supposedly is between a rock and a hard place pursuing these allegations because of the threat of assassination. In other words, if you point the finger at Sleepy Joe, at Biden crimes, your life is in danger. Where do we see stuff like that? That's like mafia cartel stuff. Well, apparently it exists in the modern political world at the upper echelons of the Democrat Party. You know, I don't want to get too deep into conspiracy land, but a lot of people who have been involved with either the Bidens or the Clintons seem to mysteriously disappear. I mean, not too long ago, James Comer was talking to the media where he said that most Biden associates and whistleblowers have simply vanished or are in prison.
9 of the 10 people that we've identified that have very good knowledge with respect to the Bidens, they're one of 3 things, Maria. They're either currently in court, they're currently in jail, or they're currently missing.
But that's not even the most stunning part. I think John Solomon's take is the most concerning.
And I think the most significant thing that Chairman Comer said in the interview today with me is that these allegations that the FBI got date to 2017, the first time the confidential human informant, by the way, so credible, he got $200,000 in payments. The FBI does not pay a lot of informants that level of money, but credible enough to get that sort of money, that he first brought it to the attention of the FBI in 2017, then again in 18-19, and then again in the summer of 2020. What does that mean? It means when we were going through the impeachment crisis with President Trump, going through the Hunter Biden Russian disinformation debacle, then the 2020 election, the FBI harbored this secret that there was a trusted confidential human source that was making an allegation that Joe Biden had a bribery problem with the Ukraine businessman, the same country where we know Hunter Biden was doing business. And by the way, the American public were asking all those questions. It is stunning to think that the FBI might have harbored that secret all this time.
How the FBI sat on this information for years. This allegation isn't from yesterday. It's not new news. There have been concerns about Hunter Biden and the connection to Joe Biden and the office of the vice presidency during the Obama administration, public concerns at that, for a while. Well, during this entire time, since back in 2017 and probably even before that, the FBI has been sitting on a credible allegation from a trusted source, and they did nothing. Then the Hunter Biden laptop story comes, which, by the way, the Bidens were probably able to get ahead of, considering they have a literal mole at the FBI warning them when stuff's gonna drop. No wonder Twitter and Facebook were privy to the information before it hit. The Bidens were then able to put together a propaganda or a misinformation strategy.
That should be enough for you. If you don't understand how bad your president is, then there's nothing I can tell you.